I go now to President Obama and that tape that has just fed in of him addressing our troops in Baghdad at Camp Victory. Let's listen.
Extraordinary achievement, and for that you have the thanks of the American people. That's point number one. Point number two is this is going to be a critical period, these next 18 months. I was just discussing this with your commander. But I think it's something that all of you know. It is time for us to transition to the Iraqis. They need to take responsibility for their country and for their sovereignty. And in order for them to do that, they've got to make political accommodations. They're going to have to decide that they want to resolve their differences through constitutional means and legal means. They are going to have to focus on providing government services that encourage confidence among their citizens. All those things they have to do. We can't do it for them. But what we can do is make sure that we are a stalwart partner, that we are working alongside them, that we are committed to their success, that in terms of training their security forces, training their civilian forces in order to achieve a more effective government, they know that they have a steady partner with us. And so, just as we thank you for what you've already accomplished, I want to say thank you because you will be critical in terms of us being able to make sure that Iraq is stable, that it is not a safe haven for terrorists, that it is a good neighbor and a good ally, and we can start bringing our folks home. So now is not the time to lose focus. We have to be even more focused than we've been in order to achieve success. The last point I want to make is I know how hard this has been on a lot of you. You've been away from your families, many of you for multiple rotations. You've seen buddies of yours injured, and you remember those who've made the ultimate sacrifice. There are probably some people here who have seen children born and have been missing watching them grow up. There are many of you who have listened to your spouse and the extraordinary sacrifices that they have to make when you're gone. And so I want you to know that Michelle and myself are doing everything we can to provide additional support for military families. The federal budget that I have introduced increases support for military families. We are going to do everything required to make sure that the commitment we make to our veterans is met and that people don't have to fight for what they have earned as a consequence of their service. The main point I want to make is we have not forgotten what you've already done. We are grateful for what you will do. And as long as I'm in the White House, you are going to get the support that you need and the thanks that you deserve from a grateful nation. So, thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
And there, of course, we have President Barack Obama at Camp Victory addressing some 700 soldiers there, of course, being greeted by General Ray Odierno, who is the commanding general in Iraq. And, of course, the president received big cheers there because it really is a morale boost to have the commander-in-chief make this visit. He arrived under very tight security in Iraq. They had closed down the airport for the president's arrival. He was going to chopper into the city to meet with the Iraqi prime minister, but because there had been a sandstorm sandstorm that had blown in. He used a motorcade instead. And, of course, this is a big opportunity for the troops, shaking his hand, taking a lot of pictures, of course. And then you heard the president's remarks that as long as he is in the White House, he is going to try and take care of our men and women in the military. The president also saying it is time for the Iraqis to take responsibility for their country. And that was the line that got the biggest cheers of all. And you can bet, because a number of these men and women who are serving there in Iraq may be on their second, third, or fourth tour of duty, also on extended tours of duty, up to 15 months in Iraq. So it is tough going for our men and women over there. And that's why the president had this message for them to make sure he has not forgotten about them and thanking them for his service.